Hello, my name is Trevor Green. I'm currently an art lead here at HB Studios, focusing on photogrammetry for Golf Club 2019. I've been involved in this field for 2 years as a photogrammetrist, if you might want to call it that, but I've also been in the art development for almost 19 years. When I began, the main form of modeling a character would be polymodeling, and a lot of the times that could be painstaking, one poly at a time. With photogrammetry, we can take photos of a specific subject and completely surround that subject in photos, process the photos, and then you get a real-life representation of the exact thing you photographed. And you can then use that as a base and build off that for game. One of my main processes is I don't tend to keep my albedo information from my photographs. So if I'm going to do, say if I'm going to scan a shirt with photogrammetry, what I'll do is I'll plaster the shirt in lots of powder. I'm not interested in preserving the albedo information, so that's alright, but what all that powder does is gives reference points to my software and makes the processing cleaner and more efficient. The conditions to create the perfect scan, that would be you're looking for a good, strong ambient light, an overcast day, or a good fill light. You don't want any hot spots. You don't want any dark spots. What you want is the photos to be just flat, lit color. That's all you want. You're not trying to make a pretty photograph. You're just trying to splash enough ambient light at something that the lighting information come back to the color, or come back to the camera is just plain with the details you need.
The lights I use, I use a lot of LED lights.
Strobe lights, I find that those fill the room with ambient light. If you're looking to take enough photos of maybe a head, strobe lights won't work because you need to scan ahead quickly before the subject moves. So strobe lights is too invasive, it's too in your face. So what you'd be looking for then is
some good softbox lights and maybe some LED lights.
You're just looking for a nice flat color, and what I would do is I would spin the subject around in a circle, probably get them to hold still for maybe 20 to 30 seconds while they spin around on a rotating table, and I will snap about 30 to 40 photos of them as they spin. I'd say the biggest issue would be reflective surfaces. I use cross-polarization as a way to remove glare from, if I wanted to scan like a vase, for example, I would cross-polarize it. What that would do is essentially remove all reflections from what I'm scanning and leave just the details of the object and not the reflective properties of that object. What I tend to do on those surfaces is some water-soluble paint. I'll put it onto a toothbrush and I'll flick those paint particles at the reflective object, and the photos will read the paint flicks, but not so much the reflective properties underneath it. So it's a neat little bit of magic, really.